Now available in paperback and Kindle Unlimited, John Haynes, A Conversation with Death. A man who rules the world and the angel of darkness take on a horde of demons in this inaugural John Haynes series adventure. Get John Haynes, A Conversation with Death for 99 cents on Kindle or in paperback today. When it comes down to black people, the self-hatred runs deep. And I saw a textbook example of this when I was out promoting my new book, John Haynes, A Conversation with Death. Now, I was on Twitter posting a link to Amazon.com to promote John Haynes, A Conversation with Death when one of my friends on social media sent me a message with a link to the TVOne Twitter page. And on this link to the TVOne Twitter page was an article talking about the 15 white men that black women can't get enough of. And I want you to think about that title for that article because your TVOne is supposed to be a black-owned network and it's supposed to be a television network designed to present positive images of African Americans. However, we have this TVOne deciding to post this article talking about the 15 white men that black women can't get enough of. Now, what makes this a complete slap in the face to black men is that we have your TVOne, a black-owned television network, posting an article talking about the 15 white men that black women can't get enough of, and they're going to talk about this subject on a black platform. Them talking about this on a black platform is a complete and utter disrespect to all of their black male viewers and black men as a collective. And the reason why it's a complete slap in the face to black men and a complete disrespect to black men is because, again, this is supposed to be a black-owned television network. And when it comes down to a black-owned television network, we're supposed to be spending black dollars. And because we're spending black dollars, again, we are the ones supposed to be controlling the media with our money. And we're supposed to be the one controlling the narrative with our money. And when you look at a network that is presenting a narrative regarding the image of black people and they're going out and using their own platform to talk about the white men that black women can't get enough of, that's a testament to self-hatred. Because I doubt any of these other major media networks, which are white-owned, are going to go out here and talk about on their platform the 15 black men that white women can't get enough of, the 15 black men that Hispanic women can't get enough of, or the 15 black men that Asian women can't get enough of. And the reason why they're not going to talk about that subject on their media platforms is because those media owners like themselves, and they also know that because they are the ones spending the money on their own media, they are the ones who are going to control the narrative of their media. And because they are controlling the narrative of their media, they are going to make every effort to elevate their own image before they go out here and elevate the image of someone else. Because that's what media is all about. Media is supposed to be designed to elevate your image, and it's supposed to be designed to present a positive image of you to the world. But the Afro-American Negro, because they hate themselves, they're going to go out here and post an article talking about the 15 white men that black women can't get enough of. Because that's what only a self-hater would do, is use their platform to elevate and edify the man of another race. Because no other network like a Univision or a Telemundo or an NHK network is going to go out their way to talk about elevating black men on their platforms. No, they're not going to do that because they are spending their money on their media, and they're going to make an effort to spend their money promoting narratives that tell stories that say that their men are attractive, their men are desirable, and that their men are the ones they can't get enough of. Now, I would think a TV1 would go out of its way to post that type of article, but your TV1 seems to be spellbound by the whole idea of deifying and worshiping white men, something black women seem to have been doing over the last couple of years with this whole swirling nonsense. And now it seems like that culture is now trying to permeate through the mainstream media. And now what's really even sad is it's coming to our own media, with our own media being used as a platform to try to elevate and edify white men above our own black men. Now, if you're a TV1 really wanted to go out here and present an article which showed black pride, they would be talking about the 15 black men that black women can't get enough of. And I can think of 4 or 5 names to go on that list of 15 black men that black women can't get enough of, like your Samuel L. Jackson, your Denzel Washington, your Idris Elba, your Shamar Moore, your Robert Richard, your Michael Ealy, and many other black men like your Wesley Snipes and Eddie Murphy. You could make a nice big list of 15 black men that black women just can't get enough of. And that article would be a huge hit with black people. But the people who made this article about these white men, this was about an agenda, and this was all about trying to, again, disrespect black men and put a middle finger up at the collective of black men by posting this type of article on their social media, not once, but twice. Because when I looked at this article on this Twitter, this article had been posted twice in 10 months. Now, once would be a mistake, but 2 times is intentional, and them posting this article twice shows again how little respect black women have for black men and little respect they have for black men as a collective. Because to do this on a black-owned website and a black-owned social media platform is the ultimate form of disrespect when you think about the black image in black media, that we're not going to go out of our way to elevate our own image on our own media and the image of our own men. No, black women are going to go out of their way to elevate the image of a group of white men. And this is no different than what I've been seeing as related to these swirling novels and these book groups like the BWWM Club, where they sit there and read books talking about how the white man is going to be her savior, how they deify this white man like a god, and how they put this white man in a position of a god above the black man. And that's what they're doing on your own social media platform, is putting this white man on a pedestal, worshiping him like a god. And what's sad is many of these Afro-American Negro men can't even connect the dots to see how they've been completely and utterly disrespected on their own social media platform and their own media platform. Because when you are going out of your way to present your own image as second best, then what are you telling the world about black men? Because when your woman is on your own media platform elevating other men above you, that's a condemning statement to how low the image of the Afro-American Negro is and how little self-esteem this black female has. Because for this black female to go on your platform and your social media and talk about these white men, that shows that she, again, has absolutely no respect for you, has absolutely no regard for you, and it also shows how much she hates you. Because if your black woman loved you, she would have gone out of her way to easily write an article talking about the 15 black men she found to be the ones she couldn't get enough of, the 15 black men she was most attracted to, and the 15 black men she loved so much that she would be willing to write an article elevating and edifying those black men. That's what a black woman who loved black men would do. But a black woman who hates black men, she's going to go and sit there and talk about all these white men, many of which have, again, no respect for this black woman, like your Leonardo DiCaprio, who she put at the top of the list, and a man who just pumped and dumped your Rihanna, and a man who also was being chased by this Tiffany Haddish and was being completely blown off by your Leonardo DiCaprio, but they have him on their list of white men they can't get enough of. And they have guys like your Matthew McConaughey, who in the past was dating Sally Richardson, but once he got elevated to his A-list status, then dumped Sally Richardson and moved on to white women. Again, showing us again how little respect your Matthew McConaughey had for your Afro-American Negro female. And then they had your Jason Momoa up there, the man who was married to Lisa Bonet, talking about that he was another one of these white men who they could not get enough of. And I'm sitting there going, your Jason Momoa, who was younger than your 50-year-old Lisa Bonet, was just using your Lisa Bonet until he got up to his A-list status. And it's only a matter of time before he decides to divorce this Lisa Bonet and take her resources, and then use those resources to go out here and build wealth with another white or Hawaiian woman. And this is something that the Afro-American Negro female who goes out here of her way to deify and worship this white man doesn't understand is that many of these men you are putting up on pedestals have no respect for you, they have no regard for you, and they are just using you for your body for a little pump and dump, or they're just using you to basically use you to elevate themselves to a higher level. They don't see you as relationship material. And the reason why they don't see you as relationship material is because they put their own women first, and they only are using you as a pit stop towards moving themselves ahead, in the same way that your Brad Pitt many years ago used your Robin Givens as a way, again, to take himself up to the A-list status. And then once he got to the A-list status, he then got rid of Robin Givens. And after that, it was Jennifer Aniston and your Angelina Jolie and every other white girl out there. Because when it comes down to white men, they only see black women as a resource. But you can't tell that to the black female, because the black female, she's spellbound by that white man. And she sees that white man like a god, and she sees any attention from a white man as good attention, and that's why she will go out of her way to write dysfunctional articles like this and post them on black media. And what's really sad is that those black men who run TVOne don't have the backbone or the stones to stand up to this black female and say, no, this is not going on our platform that we pay money into. And because when we are paying money for this media is going to elevate us. This media is going to present a positive image of us. And we are not going to talk about other men from other races on our platform. Because again, I doubt that ABC, CBS, NBC, or any of these white media outlets would be out here talking about the 15 black men white women can't get enough of. And I doubt Telemundo or Univision are going to be talking about the 15 black men Latino women can't get enough of. Nor is NHK or Nippon Network going to be sitting there talking about the 15 black men that Asian women can't get enough of. Because when it comes down to white, Hispanic, Asian media, they are all about, again, perpetuating an image of their men that makes their men look strong, that makes their men look attractive, that makes their men look desirable. And because they go out of their way to make their men appear to be strong, attractive, and desirable, people look at their men and have respect for their men because they see their men as someone who is being elevated by their women, and see their men as someone that their women find to be attractive and desirable. And because they love their men by showing this in their images, That's why people want to pursue their men. But when your black woman goes out of her way to write an article talking about the 15 white men she can't get enough of, she shows how much she hates black men. She shows how little respect she has for black men. She shows how little regard she has for black men. And she shows that she is not loyal to black men enough to praise her own man. And she shows that she doesn't care about her own man. And that is, again, a testament to the self hatred of the black woman in this article, for her to sit there and talk about these 15 white men she can't get enough of. And this is compounded with other forms of media I have seen, like this BWWM club, where I saw an entire book club talking about the black woman, white man romance novels that black women had an entire club dedicated to, and the whole listings of numerous books, hundreds of books featuring interracial romances between black men and black women and white men, and seeing numerous articles talking about white men that black women can't get enough of, white men that black women can't get enough of. The only people who do this type of deification of another race are black women, and it's really sad to see black women doing this all the time. Again, you don't see any white women talking about Asian men they want to get with, Hispanic men they want to get with, or Arab men that they want to get with. You don't see a WWBM club. You don't see white women writing romances talking about black men they can't get enough of. You don't see white women writing those type of articles because they know that that type of article would get them kicked out of their own communities, and they would be told that that type of narrative would not be tolerated in their communities. But that narrative is tolerated in the black community because most black men in the black community have no backbone, black men have no stones, black men have no courage, and they would rather spend their time bickering and arguing online with another man about an opinion in a YouTube video than going out here to stand up for themselves and stand up for what they believe in. Because when it comes down to these black men, they won't stand up against an article like this to show what they stand for. Because if they went out here and stood up against this type of content, they would stop producing this type of content on the regular. Because a man who respects himself, he's going to call out media like this, because this type of media does not promote the narrative that is positive about black men, and all it does is show the world that there is no reason to go out here and give black men the respect that they're due. Because when your woman can't go out here and say that you're attractive and desirable, then what does that say to the rest of the world about your image? And that's the other big problem about this Afro-American Negro, is that he won't take control of his image. Because if a woman can do this on your own platform, then what can other people do on their platform? Your platform, again, is supposed to be about edifying and elevating you. If your platform doesn't do that, then it's not an effective black platform. I would never allow, again, someone to talk about white women on the Shawn James Black Freelance Writer website. I would never write an article talking about 15 white women I can't get enough of, because that would be disrespectful to my viewers, and it would completely contradict my mission of my SJS Direct imprint, which is supposed to be all about presenting positive images of African Americans, presenting positive images of the African American experience, and diversifying the African American image. Because if you're going to create a media platform, then you need to create a mission for that media platform. You need to stand by that mission. And when TVOne went and allowed this article to be posted not once but twice on their platform, it showed how completely compromised their platform was, and why we desperately need to have black-owned black media by the right black people. Because black-owned black media owned by the right black people understand how important the image of black people is, how important it is to protect the image of black people is, and why it's important for us to present the right narratives regarding our black image, because the wrong images of black media, they present stories like this, which degrade our image, and this is the type of media we don't need to see, because this type of media promotes self-hatred, and any media that goes out of its way to present self-hatred of black people is media we don't need to support, and a network like TVOne is looking like one we desperately do not need to support in the future. If you'd like to try my new John Haynes series and the first story in it, A Conversation with Death, you may do so by going to click the link in the description box. There you will be able to buy the Kindle version for 99 cents, or you can buy it for $6.99 in paperback. And if you want to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon by clicking the link in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.